Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. Just a quick one today guys, I just wanted to let everyone know that on Monday, April 25th at 5 AM, the servers will be coming down for 2 hours to apply the April patch. This patch doesn't have much in the way of anything new or exciting, but it does address a lot of the remaining bugs and has some nice quality of life fixes. So let's quickly go over those for anyone who may not know. And if you already know, then mission complete. I just wanted to be sure everyone knew when it was being applied. For quests, they have fixed up a few quests that were not performing quite as they intended. Like when you craft your first weapon on the starting beach, there's a small chance that the weapon may come out as named, and this would not complete the quest. Well, now it will. They readjusted some of the named quest rewards so that they make more sense as to where they come from. They fixed the Covenant Inquisition quest in Windsward so that players are sent to collect the correct items. They adjusted Rafflebones. This is probably the best change in this patch in terms of actual things to do. They made it so now when he spawns in any 60 plus zones, Reekwater, Shattered Mountain, Eden Grove, so that he will always spawn at level 66. This will make it so that the named weapons that he drops will now have a chance to drop at 590 plus and be upgradable to legendary if your expertise is high enough in that particular slot. And yes, these weapons are just like they are from any other source. They are tradable on the market or player to player, as long as you have not upgraded them. Another great change is that they adjusted the ground clutter so that you won't get stuck on it anymore. Things like flint, small rocks, stuff like that your character could get stuck on could get pretty annoying. That won't be happening anymore. For expeditions, they fixed a bug that was allowing players to body block certain expedition bosses, preventing them from transitioning into phases that could make them very easy to kill. They fixed the bug that was allowing players to leave mid-boss fight, and the boss wouldn't reset, as it was intended to do. They fixed a bug that was causing a death before entering an expedition, to bug the expedition out and make it so that you wouldn't progress. They made some expedition-specific fixes as well to bugs that were really needing it. For Garden of Genesis, they fixed the Alluvium Marl, so he won't jump backwards anymore and end up outside of the Caretaker's arena. For Lazarus, they adjusted the flashing lights in certain areas where it was just awful. And now if players log off while on the same platform as Scylla, she will reset as she was properly intended to do. For Tempest, they fixed a bug that was causing Ekhek to die prematurely. They fixed some animations for some of the bosses, and they have adjusted the amount of gold that you get to make it on par with the other expeditions. And of course, they made the Musketeers now, in mutations, properly award points. One of the best fixes for me in this patch is that they have also fixed that bug that was causing the load screen to prematurely close when you fast travel to your house, leaving you standing there for what seemed like forever as your house loads in around you. For combat and AI, they fixed an issue that was causing buffered attack inputs to not be cleared when you would swap weapons. This will go a long way to help with that weirdness and stuttering when you're swapping weapons in PvP. Fixed the slight stutter desync when moving and casting spells. They fixed an issue with the Great Axe weapon perk Insatiable Gravity Well that caused inconsistent activation and no visual effects, and they also removed an unintended 1-second root applied to the target next to the caster when the perk was activated. Here's a big one. Several Blackguard weapons rolled with a Plagued Heavy Crits perk. This has been changed to Plague Crits on the Blackguard's Bow and Blunderbuss, and Refreshing Evasion on the Blackguard's Firestaff, Void Gauntlet, and Ice Gauntlet. This is a big one that I know a few of you are not pleased with, so we will have to see how this works out after the patch. They made a bunch of small changes to weapons that should help in terms of desync. I haven't had time to test them all, but the Spear and the Rapier and the Bow Hipfire weirdness, those definitely feel a lot better on the PTR. And for economy and progression, they fixed a bug that was causing the Azoth Attunement perk to not stack properly on your bags. In this patch, they turned back on the hidden stashes now that the Easter event is over. By this I mean it's over when this patch applies on Monday, not right now. However, now you will only receive them when you gather with a tool. No more gathering flint or bushes for your diamond gypsum. Replicas of all the weapons that drop in Tempest are now added to your crafting stations. These are just the skins of the weapons. All of the stats and perks are random, but it's pretty cool. And probably the biggest news in this update, they will be enabling paid transfers. With this update, they've enabled paid server transfers that can be purchased via the in-game shop. These will allow players to move a character to the available world of their choice, as long as they don't already have a character on that world. They've also added functionality to allow players to transfer cross-region with these tokens. For cross-region character transfers, players can select a desired destination region, where the character will be moved to a random world within that region. This allows players to then move from the random destination world to their desired world via the standard character transfer process using the same transfer token. Transfer tokens will not be debited from the player's accounts during the cross-region transfer, but will be used when selecting the desired world. In addition to the standard transfer rules, cross-regional transfers also require you must be at least level 25 before transferring. You must not own any house before transferring. A paid server transfer will cost $14.99 with each supported region, using another currency having an equivalent cost in the applicable local currency. Regional prices with local currency can be found in the in-game store. So this seems pretty cool. So if you transfer cross-region, they don't consume your transfer token when you transfer from region to region. But when you choose your world within the targeted region, then it uses your transfer token. When I first read this, I was a little bit worried that we were going to have to purchase 2 transfer tokens. One to go from region to region, where they put you on a random world in the new region. And then you would have to choose a region within that world and transfer again. But it's all with the same token, so that's pretty cool. They will now be adding Tempest Heart to the mutation rotation moving forward. Refreshing Move was deemed overpowered on the Blunderbuss. As such, the faction-issued Blunderbuss and the Troublemaker 9000 now have Refreshing instead, and Pirate's Peace Tier 5 now has Vicious instead. I knew this was coming, but I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to come so fast because I actually use the Troublemaker 9000 when I use the Blunderbuss and I kind of like it, but we'll see how it feels after. So they've changed the Gathering Tool tiers a little bit, so let's have a look at what they've changed. They raised the base efficiency of Tier 1 gathering tools from 100 to 200. They raised the minimum base efficiency of Tier 2 gathering tools from 125 to 200. They raised the maximum base efficiency of Tier 2 gathering tools from 225 to 350. They raised the minimum base efficiency of Tier 3 gathering tools from 250 to 350. They raised the maximum base efficiency of Tier 3 gathering tools from 350 to 450. They raised the minimum base efficiency of Tier 4 gathering tools from 400 to 450, and they raised the maximum base efficiency of Tier 4 gathering tools from 550 to 625. Tier 5 gathering base efficiency has remained the same at 625 and above, so it looks like your tools will be getting a lot better. This is kind of a nice change. There are a ton of other small changes in this patch, so yeah, although no real new content, I think this is a great patch, and puts us in an amazing position for when they decide to add the 3v3 and stuff to the PTR. I still have my fingers crossed that it'll be next month. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.